What's going on, guys? So this is like a continuation on my first video that I was talking about, kind of like a summary and the outcome of my last two shows for the 2023 season. As I competed as a pro bodybuilder in a pro classic physique competitions. If you haven't actually watched or heard that video or audio, I actually suggest you guys to go back to episode 167, and then that you're able to listen to it or watch it depending on which platform you choose to, because I'll be sharing some of this information on my YouTube channel, and on the audio, like you guys always know, I'll be having it in the podcast. But today, actually, on this episode, I want to actually talk to you guys about what some of the food that I ate that are great for not only weight management but also and that I use as a pro bodybuilder for competition, like during my prepping time.
latinoyvegano.com.
Me, food plays a big role, very, very important role, and how I was able to stay in track. People think that it's something that you take. It's actually the food makes a big difference. So it's how I was eating. And I always talk about this. You want to be on a caloric surplus or on a caloric deficit depending on the goal. So surplus is just trying to maintain or gain weight, and deficit is you trying to lose weight. So by being in a caloric deficit and then combining that with the training and the cardio, it allows you to kind of get into that burning zone, and then that is what give you all the necessary tools that you need to be able to be on stage and perform to the highest level. So I share a little bit of that on my previous episode. And in this episode, I want to strictly only focus on the food that I ate. And as I was mentioning, I think food plays a big role in during they call it dieting process, because you kind of have to go into a diet. And when I mean a diet, is mostly is I'm already vegan, so that doesn't change. And I stay vegan. And it was an interesting situation because I had to work with how do you get the best quality food with the time, with the calories that you have to consume. So it's important that you stay do you stay in track with your three main macronutrients, right? You were talking about fat, carbohydrates, and protein. How do you hit those numbers, right? How do you eat those numbers, but still maintain eating quality meals, quality food? Because you don't want to just like eat a bunch of nonsense or a bunch of food that is really not bringing anything to your body. You still want to be able to maintain some kind of healthy eating. It's very, very important that you maintain that. The good thing about a whole food plant-based diet is that food is very nutrient dense. So I might be eating like kale, for example, that kales contain fat, contain protein, and contain carbohydrates. So he has like the three main nutrients. So that's like really awesome because you can actually hit the number even in the lower scale, but you can hit those numbers by eating something like kale, for example. Then you get broccoli. Broccoli is high in carbohydrate, but it's also high protein. You can have cauliflower, also same way too. Spinach. So it's different type of vegetable. Then you go fruit. Fruit got a lot of carbohydrate. Some fruit have protein, like for example, banana have like 1 gram of protein. It's in a lower scale, but it's a higher in carbohydrates. So if you consume more of a carb type of food, that it consume more of a protein type of food. But what I'm saying is like, if you still maintain eating this type of food, especially whole food, you can get those numbers. You can reach there, right? You can reach those numbers, especially from a weight management standpoint. Now, if we're talking about from a competing from a highest level, you might have do have different approaches, right? So you got people that be more of a high protein diet, maybe lower carb, low fat, and then you got people that are more in the high carb, low protein. So it depends, right? So you have different styles. I'm not here to debate which style is better than another. I'm just here to talk about that. Regardless of which style you decided to go with, either higher carb, higher protein, you can get either or even higher fat, either one, each one, whatever, from a whole food plant based diet, and then or even from a vegan diet. Let's put a vegan diet because there might be products that are not necessarily whole food. So I want to be able to give you guys the right information, right? And hopefully you take some of this information and then you apply it to your personal life. Is it just trying to eat either, go into a calorie surplus, calorie deficit, or you just basically just want to incorporate some of these meals or some of this food into your regular diet. So, or regular eating. So yeah, so for the competition, I was eating most on the high protein, lower carb, and medium to low fat, and mostly I was eating the food was very repetitive, but I'm gonna share with you guys some of the food that I ate during my competition, along with some of the whole food that I ate as well. But the whole food part, we can talk about that in so many other time. And you guys let me know if you would like to just have a video that talk about like actual meals, how my meal looks like. I'm gonna show you guys some product that I utilize during my competition that I find a lot of value in them, and I want to share with you guys. To say you gotta spread the knowledge, right? So I'm gonna share some of you guys. So I brought some of those right here with me, and I'm gonna start bringing in and sharing with you guys. So let me start with the first one. Let me start with this one. So this is a vegan tuna by On Meat. Okay, you guys can see On Meat is the product. It's 100% plant based tuna product. This is a tuna style flakes. Is in water and with salt added, so you have water and salt. So why I like this product so much? First of all, because of the macronutrient. If you look at the nutrition fact, you get about 2 servings on this can. So you say one half is 1 serving and the other half is other servings. You want to put it that way. But if I about 85 grams, so I had to weight it to be able to get 85 grams to get 1 serving. So in 1 serving, you get zero fat. So it's low in fat. So they got no fat whatsoever. And it's 5 grams of carbohydrate. So it's low in carb and it's 9 grams of protein. So you get about 9 grams of protein. So if you eat this a whole can, you get about 18 grams of protein in this can. You get about 10 grams of carbohydrate and then no fat. So that's a really good number. So you're trying to get protein into your diet with low carbohydrates and no fat. So this is the product to go, right? So this is a good product. It tastes really good. You can put, I mean, any type of seasoning that you want, but I mean straight out of the can. I just pop it open, get the water out, and you just eat it with either bread or rice cake or whatnot. So I recommend this. Now on meat products, they have some other product. They have some kind of like span type of product and stuff like that. But for me, this particular tuna is a more macro friendly type of tuna, and the taste is not it's not bad. I mean, it's some people might like it, some people might not. But and by the way, I'm not sponsored or paid by any of these companies, so I'm gonna be able to put a disclaimer out there. None of these companies are paying me anything for me to talk about their product. This is just me giving you guys some information. So I'm being quite honest. So if a company want to sponsor me, great, absolutely. But none of these companies are paying me anything. This is products that I like, I use, that I use it on my own self, and then I'm sharing that knowledge with you guys. So this is my first product on me. High protein, low carbohydrate, no fat. Okay, so I'm gonna continue on that line of the protein item. So my next thing is, and you guys seen this one, dairy chicken, right? Now dairy chicken, you get about two. This is a complete it's a complete meal in the sense of like you hit all 3 main macronutrients. You got 2 grams of fat in there on a serving. You get about 5 grams of carbohydrates, similar to the you get similar to the on meat um, tuna, but then you get 14 grams of protein. So you get a lot more protein on this. So if you eating a high protein diet, low carbohydrates and low fat, so this definitely will help you. And then I just used to seasoning this with with a no calorie seasoning, and it was it, and that was a wrap, and that was it. The whole steak and easy to make. Dairy chicken, the original flavor. They have some other flavors or too that are really macro friendly, but that's just the one that I wanted to present. So those are the 2 items, 2 product. Yes, they're a little bit on the process side. I understand that, right? Um, But when you have a little bit of a more of a higher requirement of protein or higher requirement of carbohydrate, you probably use this type of food to kind of help you get those numbers better. I'm not saying that eating whole food will not, from a easier way to doing things. You already have a lot of things going on within your life that you want to find how to make this process easier for you. So one of the ways of doing it is that way, using product that you can utilize and you can incorporate, especially because you have to track, right? You have to track your macro. So how can you find ways to track your macros and do things in an easier way? And sometimes product give you that option, right? Is this in the healthier side? We can debate that, but allows you to kind of manage that process of tracking food easier while you're prepping for a show. So that's the only thing that I would say that allow you to make that easy. Because think about it. If I grab a sweet potato that I'm grabbing from the grocery store, if I'm looking at sweet potato I'm looking at sweet potato on my fitness pal, I might not necessarily find that exact sweet potato. So I don't really know what the macros are. Plus, a sweet potato doesn't really have any macros like listed in it. Like when you buy it, it's just a sweet potato. So it doesn't tell you what's the macronutrient breakdown. So how am I going to track that? I had to guesstimate. I had to guess that that sweet potato that is showing me on my fitness pal, for example, assuming that you're tracking your fitness pal, my fitness pal is the one that I'm consuming, but you don't really know that. Now, with a product like this, it does have the macronutrient and the nutrition information in the back. So you are able to actually see the information and then be able to, okay, well, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So it allows you to that process. So you are already in a lot of stress, put it on that perspective, from the training, the dieting, and all these different things. Then now you're going to add another extra type of layer. So it makes the process a lot easier if you already have the information available for you that is easier for you to track. So that way you know exactly what you're eating. You only have to weight that food. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's one thing. That's one thing that I see beneficial from consuming this type of product. From a health perspective, of course not. I will always want to push people to go from whole food, plant-based. Is you can consume your food better, right? Instead of buying processed food. But from a point of view that is allows you to make the process easier, I will definitely say that you can incorporate some processed food there into your equation. Now, my take is I'm about an 80-20. So 80% plant-based, whole food plant-based, about a 20% processed food, give you room to kind of improve. So that's just one of my things. All right. So let's go back into some of the other food that I used during my prepping time. So okay, what else I got here? Now, this was my favorite meal. Okay. Good Karma, the flat plus protein meal. I actually had to give a shout out to Natalie. I think I saw this on her channel. But this is a milk that I use, and especially because I look at the macros on this one. Of course, you got about when you got about a cup, okay, it's the serving, you get 2.5 grams of fat. Okay, so very low in fat. Then you get about 1 gram of carbohydrate, 1 gram, but then you get about 5 grams of protein in one serving. So it's a really high protein, low carb milk, and it's really low in fat as well too, which is 2.5. So for me, the Good Karma, the unsweet, you can get it on the on sweet flavors, the vanilla flavor. It was my milk to go when I wanted to add a little bit of milk to my oatmeal or whatever it was I was consuming during my prepping time. Okay, so around that same line, I want to share with you guys. So on breakfast, um, I used to do sometimes oatmeal for my breakfast. I used to use the Good Karma meal, right? And I used to add a couple of these. Yeah, so I'm gonna refer to you guys to this product. So it's the Simple Delish. It's the Simple Delish pudding. Okay, Simple Delish pudding, and this product right here. So this product right here. So when I wanted to like kind of get some of my sweet tooth, because I like sweets, right? So I can get my sweet tooth. That's why I'm opening a ice cream business, right? So when I wanted to up my sweet tooth, I would used to do something like this, right? This is totally vegan product. Uh, and Simple Delish, they make pudding. They also make Jello. They make some other products, but this one in particular, the way I used to mix it was, so let's say I was having a protein powder or oatmeal. I used to mix it with my oatmeal, my protein powder, whatever it was I was consuming if I was doing powder at that moment. And I would use the good karma milk. So the good karma milk is really high in protein. And now this is actually high in carbohydrate. So you look at the macros, it says zero fat, 9 grams of carb, and then you have about zero point 0.5 gram of protein, so almost no protein to it. But the point is, like, I used to have something like this, and I would mix it with, with my oats, and I would have really something like really nice, something sweet, and it really have a good flavor on it, and they have a couple other flavors there that are available to you. So the when I wanted something sweet, something like a treat like this, I would use something like this to identify that craving or having something sweet with my meals. So I would recommend that as well. Going along the lines of either breakfast or either sweet. So also I will use this jam. So this jam is health nature's hollow. It is health smart and it's a sugar-free superior taste strawberry jam. They have a couple other flavors too, but I like the strawberry jam. And it's also a vegan product. Now, of course, all the products are vegan. Now, this particular jam, if you look at the macronutrients, so you got zero fat, so it's on low in fat. You have about 8 grams of carbohydrate, and then 0 grams of protein. So it's not have no protein. So you needed something to up my carb, definitely would be the way to go. Now, I used to do this with this other product that I'm going to share with you guys. So you got the Nature's Hollow Jam, right? Okay. Now I used to use that product with this other product that I'm going to present you guys, which is Professor Nut. Professor Nut, not necessarily a vegan brand, but this particular Professor Nut, the peanut butter is plant based. And this particular product is insane because it got zero fat, zero carbohydrate, and it about 7 grams of protein. And this is the digestive fat. So you guys can do a little bit of research about that. What does that the digestive fats mean? So but bottom line is like basically like when you digest this product, this is the micronutrients that your body is going to take out of it. So there's a couple of studies done about that, and you can check into it. So basically, this is it's going to be a high protein product. So you can buy the carbs of this guy, and in the protein of this guy, you get carbs and protein in one serving. So that's what I used to do. And to top that, then I used to do it with my favorite product, which is Chumpy's bread. Now, I gotta give a shout out to Chumpy's because these people, they they I found this product in Sprout and I ate it and I found it amazing. The reason why I love Chumpy so much is because one is a really good product, tastes good, good flavor. They have these raisin bread, um, bread, and then they also have the multigrain bread. So the both are plant based. They have a couple of plant based products, so you really have to check them out. I highly advise for them. So, like for example, one slice of this bread is giving you 2 grams of fat, so it's low in fat. It give you about 5 grams of carbohydrate, and it give you about 9 grams of protein. So it's a high protein bread, basically. So you get protein from your bread, at the same time it tastes good. So you get Chumpies. Chumpies, 100% plant based bread. They go 100% plant based, and then you're gonna get they call it the keto version, the premium keto. It's cinnamon bread with raisin, and at the same time you get the multigrain too as well. So I used to do this um, on breakfast with the peanut butter and the jam, and it was like a really good treat for me because it was sweet, like I like it, and it was filling because the bread, I mean, definitely has it's heavy, so it was good. So I highly recommend you guys do those two for breakfast as well, or those three actually in combination. So that was a really good treat for me. And got a couple more items that I wanted to share with you guys. Rice cake. Rice cake is a pretty standard product. I got this from HEB, the Galil. I think that's how you pronounce. But I like this ultra thin rice cakes because you was getting about 1 gram of fat, 14 grams of carbohydrate, still high in carbohydrate, but not too high. And then you get about 1.6 grams of protein in each of these. So, and that's actually was like in 4 cakes when you're eating 4 cakes. So you really can do a really nice snack. You can do it salty with the, let's say, the tuna, or you can do it with the peanut butter and the jam as well, and you get a really nice treat out of that. So rice cakes are pretty good staple, and you can definitely utilize this or use this for when you're actually dieting to get like a really nice treat, right? So and so that was my that item that I used to do when I wanted to snack something. And last but not least, is gonna be this. I call it this. Actually, one called the Miracle Rice, but this is a product that has started to trending right now. And man, oh man, so the this particular shirataki, I think is how you pronounce it. Rice is or shaped rice. It's a really awesome product, right? It's really low in calories. So look at the macro. So basically, you get for like a 1/4 cup or 1/4 package. You get about there's no fat, so zero fat. You get about 4 grams of carbohydrate, no protein. So it's like a really low carb rice. And then you can serve yourself a lot, and it's like really macros are really really low. So if you combine this with um with a different product, and then you're definitely going to be able to reach your goal. Now, the good thing about so some of these items that are, let's say, for example, this rice is just strictly carbohydrate, and they have no fat and no protein, allows you to, like, if you're missing X amount of numbers to reach to your caloric surplus deficit, then it helps you to reach that number even easier because you don't have to worry about the other macronutrient. Okay, I know that I need about 4 grams to complete my daily intake. So I'm gonna eat X amount of this product and I'm gonna reach that product. Excellent. Now you need to top up your protein. Okay, I know I have this product that have protein only. I'm gonna reach. So allows you to kind of play with those numbers easier because it just give you it give you a number on that particular macronutrient. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm trying to apply. Yeah, so that allows you to reach those numbers even easier and faster. And last but not least, this guy was one of my favorite products. The soy-free tofu by Big Mountain. Wow. So this is a really amazing product. So this tofu, I'm gonna read you guys the macronutrient. So it's zero fat, zero carbohydrate, and 16 grams of protein in one serving. Guys, that's amazing. So I don't really know if there's any product or if there's been any product out there that is just strictly protein. So this is a game changer because I was able to have tofu. I love tofu and eat tofu on a regular basis and just know that this is a high protein tofu. There's no carb, no fat, and yeah, I can always reach my protein intake just by having this. So I highly suggest it. Again, I'm not being paid by Big Mountain, but I highly suggest this product, especially if you're in the weight management, surplus or calorie deficit. You want to reach your goal, your intake of protein. You want to eat it more than consume protein shakes, stuff like that. Then you got tofu options like this. You got peanut butter options now. You got bread now. You got all different type of product. You got the dairy product chicken. And then you actually look at this product, scan it with the Juka application, you find that some of these products are pretty good. I mean, so they're pretty healthy. So for example, I know I did the some of these products before and I got some really good reading out of this one. So like for example, on the Yuka app, this product gives you 84 points out of 100. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you get 84 points out of 100 points. And then some of these other products give you a lot of higher numbers. So that's what I'm saying. Like you don't think just because like these tuna give you 78 points out of 100. So a lot of these products really give you some really good number. So it's also something that you have to take into consideration that not look this jam give you 69 points out of 100 points. So let me look at this peanut butter give you 90 point out of 100. So a lot of these products are still giving you high value quality meals that you can use on your regular life too, if you're not even prepping for a show or anything like that. But my point is, like, I always try to give you guys the best advice and the best things that I use. I use it on my own self. I never recommend something that I had not done myself. All of these products that I presented to you guys, I consume myself. As a matter of fact, I have it in my house right now, and I still consuming them, right? Because I felt that they gave me an advantage because they gave me nutrients that I needed. They're delicious products. They were not, no, I won't say they were always accessible, but at least I was able to find them when I needed it. For example, the Shumpy bread was discontinuing my local Sprout, so I had to reach out to the company via email, and they had to say, well, we ship you the bread to your house. So I used to place an order in a couple of days. He was used to get it here. I know that's the accessibility that I have here in the US for people that live in the US and Canada. Maybe for my friends that live in South America and Central America and in Europe and Africa, it might be a little bit different. You might have a different products, but the point is try to find the products around your local area that have very similar values, very similar macronutrients, and then utilize those products. You use it to the best. Track those items using an application, and then go for it. So hopefully this helps, guys. I just want to make an episode strictly on some of the food I use, and I'm still using to this day, even though I already been a couple of weeks out from competing. Yeah, about a week off from competing. I still consuming some of this product because I still have them, and I will become fan of some of this product for my long term. For example, the Big Mountain Tofu, I'm gonna continue to use that one. I really like it. The tuna, I'll continue to use that one. The Shumpy bread, I will continue to use that one. Even the rice, I'll continue to use that one as well. The peanut butter, Professor Nuts, I like it a lot with the jam. So I'm a fan of a lot of these products, and that's why I was sharing this with you guys. Hopefully, you guys find a lot of value on this. You guys like the product. You guys can incorporate it into your regular lifestyle. And please let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know it's a thumbs up or thumbs down, depending if the product is good or bad. Let me know if you guys find value on this. And if you would like me to actually prep or make some more bills and something more elaborated, that way you have a more visual of what I actually ate and not just showcase the product. So let me know. I'm here to help you guys in your journey. Either you're trying to create a fitness journey in using a plant-based lifestyle, or you just want to eat a better with a plant-based diet, or you basically are just new, you don't know what to eat, and then you want some advice. Whatever it is that you need, I'm here for you to help you with that. So here you go, guys. I'll see you guys next time, man. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our podcast as well. See you guys later. Love you guys.
Gracias por escuchar Latino y Vegano, un show donde se habla todo lo relacionado sobre el veganismo entre la comunidad latina. No olviden suscribirse a este podcast, seguirnos en Instagram, Facebook, YouTube y a visitarnos en latinoyvegano.com.